It's week 1 in the NFL and we've got 5 plays to kick off your season. Selection 1, David Njoku, over 48.5 receiving yards. Simply put, Njoku is a playmaker. When he's involved, the Browns' offense ticks. Those tough third and long catches, turning upfield, fighting for every yard. With his 4.64 speed and that I'm not going down mindset, he's a nightmare for defenders. And the chemistry with Joe Flacco is real. Back in 2023, Njoku played all 16 games, racking up over 800 yards on 123 targets, 81 catches and 6 touchdowns, also earning a Pro Bowl nod in the process. Flacco trusts him in those money downs and it shows. For week 1, the angle is simple. Njoku over 48.5 receiving yards at around 10 to 11. Or if you prefer volume, over 5 receptions at a very similar price. Selection 2, Chris Olave over 47.5 receiving yards. Chris Olave's 2024 was derailed by injuries. Just 8 games, barely 400 yards and only 1 touchdown. But when he's right, he's a genuine wide receiver 1 talent. Across his first 2 seasons, he cleared 1,000 yards in back-to-back years and found the end zone 9 times. The good news, Olave is fully cleared. No restrictions in camp and in pre-season he looks sharp. 3 targets, 3 catches in their final warm-up game and he was back in his natural wide receiver 1 role. In week 1, the Saints face Arizona, and with rookie Spencer Rattler under centre, they're likely to be chasing the game. That means plenty of targets funneling Olave's way. When healthy, he's too reliable to ignore. The play here, Olave over 47.5 receiving yards at 10 to 11. Selection 3, and one that came in every week last year, Baker Mayfield over 1.5 touchdowns. Baker Mayfield's revival story rolls into 2025 and in week 1 he's set for a busy afternoon. Tampa go to Atlanta and the Falcons defence, while improved up front, still gave away 28 passing touchdowns last season, bottom third in the entire NFL. Mayfield has his weapons. Mike Evans remains the red zone mismatch he always is, and highly rated rookie Emeka Egbuka will slide straight in as wide receiver 2 with Chris Godwin sidelined. Add in a tight end group that can contribute around the goal line and Tampa's path to points is through Baker's arm. It only takes one Evans jump ball and one Egbuka breakout route to land it, and in a divisional rivalry game that feels well within reach. The play, Mayfield over 1.5 passing touchdowns at 4 to 5. Selection 4, Zach Charbonnet over 29.5 rushing yards. Seattle's backfield has long been built around Kenneth Walker, but Zach Charbonnet continues to show he deserves more. In the preseason against Kansas City, he carried just 5 times, but ripped off 45 yards and a touchdown, running with the first team offense, while Walker nursed a minor foot issue. That mirrors what we've seen the past 2 seasons. Whenever Charbonnet gets opportunities, he makes the most of them. He's efficient, physical, and has the kind of burst that can flip a drive with 1 carry. In week 1 against San Francisco, Seattle won't want to overload Walker straight away, and if the rumblings of a possible timeshare prove right, Charbonnet could see a healthy slice of carries. He doesn't need a huge workload to hit his number. So the play, Charbonnet over 29.5 rushing yards at 10 to 11. Selection 5, Brenton Strange over 30 receiving yards. With Evan Engram now in Denver, Brenton Strange steps up as Jacksonville's tight end 1. And week 1 against Carolina is a great spot. The Panthers gave up 11 touchdowns to tight ends last season, most in the NFL. Even in a supporting role last year, Strange caught 40 passes on 53 targets. Trevor Lawrence trusts him. And in a 2 tight end attack, he looks like he'll be a natural outlet in week 1. He doesn't need a huge day to hit his number. Strange over 30 receiving yards at 19 to 20 looks a solid play with the upside if Carolina struggle against tight ends. Now a bonus pick, a long shot. Every week we'll throw in a long shot for those who fancy something a little bit different and a little bit more risky. And this week it came down to just two names. Jahan Dotson in Philly was tempting. He's a wide receiver 3, but one who finished last year strongly and has Jalen Hurts' trust. Over 30 yards is 5-1, or even just 2 receptions is a very similar price, and both look very playable. But after all, this is a long shot, so we've gone bolder. Harold Fanning Jr. anytime touchdown at 4-1. He's technically tight end 2 in Cleveland, but the Browns are expected to run plenty of 2 tight end sets. Reports out of camp say they love his yards after carry ability out of the slot, and with Joe Flacco looking for options against the Bengals, Fanning could get more looks than people expect. If you really want to push it, he's 28-1 to score the first Browns touchdown and 29-1 for the last. So, you could even go a little bit bigger. That's your NFL. Week 1 card locked in. David Njoku over 48.5 yards, 10-11. Chris Olave over 47.5 receiving yards, also 10-11. Baker Mayfield over 1.5 touchdown passes, 4-5. Zach Charbonnet over 29.5 rushing yards at 10-11. Brenton Strange over 30 receiving yards at 20-21. And the long shot, Harold Fanning Jr. anytime touchdown 4-1, or the bigger prices for the first and last touchdown. And if you wanted to roll all 5 core plays into a single ACCA parlay, then the price comes in at 24-1. Good luck, bet sensibly, and most importantly, enjoy the football. We'll be back next week to shuffle it all again, so make sure to like, subscribe and share Bet Shuffle so you don't miss a single pick this season. Good luck!